आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
Today we remember Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh. Raja Mahendra Pratap was born into the ruling family in Hathras in 1886.
In 1914, Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh left his estate to plunge into India's struggle for independence. On the 1st of December 1915, he proclaimed the first provincial government of India outside India at the Bagh-e-Babur in Kabul. He declared himself president and his fiery fellow revolutionary Maulana Barkatullah of Bhopal as prime minister of the provincial government.
Raja Mahendra Pratap was also deeply involved with the Swadeshi movement and would constantly promote small industries with indigenous goods and local artisans. Deeply influenced by the speeches of Dadabhai, Naoroji and GangadharTilak, Mahendra Pratap started the movement to burn foreign-made clothes.
Pratap also visited foreign countries in an attempt to obtain support for India in its struggle for freedom. In 1929, Mahendra Pratap launched the World Federation in Berlin. He was nominated for the 1932 Nobel Peace Prize. After almost 32 years in exile, Mahendra Pratap Singh finally returned to India in 1946.
In independent India, he entered Lok Sabha from Mathura in 1957. Raja Mahendra Pratap continued to work for the society till his death on the 29th of April 1979. AIR News salutes the great nationalist Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh.
We also remember the freedom fighter Gopbandhu Chaudhary from Odisha. Gopbandhu Chaudhary was born in Jagatsinghpur. After his education, he joined the British government as a deputy magistrate. After 4 years, he resigned from his post of deputy magistrate and decided to spend the rest of his life in the service of the people. Gopbandhu Chaudhary started participating in the Gandhian programs.
निजो सुख लागी जातनु है हिंदू विश्वहित हिंदू प्रतिरक्त बिंदु.
He became a member of the Odisha Congress Committee and also a permanent member of the Utkal Samilani. His most significant work in this phase of Gandhian struggle for Swaraj was the establishment of Alakashram in Jagatsinghpur in January 1922. He experimented with the Gandhian system of rural reconstruction and education in this ashram.
जीवन की खाली निराशार बाली मरु मरीचिका स्नेह
Gopbandhu became a famous leader of the civil disobedience movement and salt satyagraha. He was arrested by the British administration in April 1930 and was imprisoned till March 1931.
In 1934, Mahatma Gandhi undertook a padayatra in Odisha. Upon Gandhiji's advice, Gopbandhu set up a base at Bari with his family and a few followers on the 13th of August 1934 and started working for people there. Gopbandhu translated Mahatma Gandhi's biography, My Experiments with Truth, into Odia, Satyara Prayog.
Post-independence, Gopbandhu became associated with the famous Bhudan movement in the 1950s. He breathed his last on the 29th of April 1958 after a long and eventful career of implementing Gandhian programs in rural Odisha. AIR News salutes the great freedom fighter Gopbandhu Chaudhary.
We also remember the martyr Indrabhushan Rai, born in 1890 in district Khulna, now in Bangladesh. Indrabhushan was a high school student when he threw a bomb on the mayor of Chandranagar in 1908. Later, he became a member of the Manikatola Garden Secret Organization and was convicted and sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment in cellular jail in 1909 for his involvement in the Alipur bomb case. Indrabhushan was tortured so much by the British authorities that he committed suicide inside the jail on the 29th of April 1912. AIR News salutes the brave son of the country.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.